add this was the one also.
Gabriel, there.
And then the person that's going last would be Noah Gonzalez. Noah Gonzalez would be going last. Noah Gonzalez would be going last.
Oh, I know, but she's, oh yeah, I mean, like, she's
She's just about.
yeah, yeah.
We have to make sure that the doors are open. Yeah, just because I know it didn't happen without the last time we did it. Yeah. So just need to make sure that it's done that way. It's weird. Okay, here. I'm going to take a look at the from 4 again. I knew this problem would come up. I just need to do the thing at this point.
I'm pretty good about the search, the calendar evidence right now, but I just noticed that we have to help. But there's a YouTube I'm sending him and stuff that's important. So, and so, yeah, this is actually a little high. So, if you still work on it, we can continue to see the work, and that can be the best of all the information. Okay, and then time you worked off. Okay, then I'll grant you. Okay, have enough.
Or good day, whatever. Okay, and the others are returns, so we can go to those later. Are we ready? It's going to be me. Oh, sorry. I thought did you already do the, oh, I didn't hear it. Sorry. Okay, then, this is the 5 a.m. initial appearance calendar for March 1st of 2025. The court's orders for the taking of the DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters of this calendar. So I have to do, I've never done them.
I don't know where it's happening. You have to do it like, the first thing.
Yeah, that's honestly what I'd wonder.
It should be somewhere
In the, okay. Well then, I had always wondered if there was something, or let's see it then. The DNA biomarker. Would that be it? Interpretation. Yeah. The DNA biomarker. Here's the biomarker. Okay. So here's. This is the 5 a.m. initial appearance calendar for March 1st of 2025. It is ordered that pursuant to ARS Section 41-1750C and Rule 4.2, Subsection 8 of the Arizona Rules of Criminal Procedure, the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office shall print fingerprint every person scheduled on this IA calendar that was arrested for 1, any felony offense. 2, any violation of ARS Title 13, Chapter 14. 3, ARS Title 28, Chapter 4, or 4, any domestic violence offense as defined in ARS 13-3601 before being released from custody. It is further ordered that pursuant to ARS 13-610 in Rule 4.29 of the Arizona Rules of Criminal Procedure, that the arresting agency shall secure a DNA sample as required by ARS 13-610, subsections K and G, for every person scheduled for this IA calendar that was arrested for any charge specified by ARS 13-610-0 and provide compliance to the Superior Court. And I've stated, okay, so that's it. And we don't have any victims' rights, any victims' here, right? Okay, then. All right. And so I will call each of you to the podium one at a time. I will also ask the next person to wait in the chair outside the door so we can move more quickly. So the first person is Christina North. Please go to the podium. And Gabriel Ibarra, please go to the chair. Hello. Could you please state your name for the record?
Christina Marie North.
And your date of birth?
1988.
I'm sorry, did you say September 3rd?
Excuse me. Huh?
Your name, your date of birth? I couldn't hear you.
9388.
Okay, and you have a warrant for violating your probation. I'm going to be appointing counsel to represent you. You have a probation revocation hearing on March 7th at 8:30 a.m. And you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000. So if you do bond out, be sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. So you can just go to your left, you get your paperwork.
So I'm going to jail?
You are in jail, yes, and you need to bond out before you can be released, yes.
What if I don't have no bond?
Then you will be transported for court.
Okay, so I'm trying to find out. Okay, I have probation, but the thing is, I keep trying to tell you guys, I'm trying to get back to Tucson.
Okay, well, right now, I'm just explaining to you, you have a bond in the amount of $5,000, and your next court date is March 7th. I have appointed counsel to represent you. You can talk to your counsel regarding.
There's no time before that?
Most likely, no. Gabriel Ibarra, please come to the podium. Elizabeth Zablunov, please go to the chair. Hello?
Hello.
And could you please state your full name?
Gabriel Santos Ibarra.
And your date of birth?
11/12/75.
All right, now you have a new Superior Court case. You are being charged with 1 count of aggravated assault with a serious physical injury, the Class 3 felony. I did find that there is probable cause for this case. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference on March 6th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on March 10th at the same time. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50,000.
How much?
$50,000. And if you do make bond, you may not reside at the same location as any alleged victim or go to the alleged victim's residence. Even if you are owner or renter of the residence, you must find an alternate residence and provide proof of the new address to the court at your next court date.
All right.
Okay? So you just go to your left to get your next court date. Elizabeth Zablunova, please go to the podium. And Terrion Rowe, please go to the chair.
Good morning.
Good morning. Could you please state your full name?
Elizabeth Zavlunov.
All right, and your date of birth?
6694.
And you have a new case out of Superior Court. You have 1 count of possessing marijuana for sale, the Class 2 felony, 1 count of possessing dangerous drugs for sale, the Class 2 felony, 1 count of possessing narcotic drugs for sale, as Class 2 felony. I did find that there is probable cause for these charges. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on March 6th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on March 10th at 8:30 a.m. And I am set a secured appearance bond in the amount of $25,000. If you would just.
I'm sorry, how much is the bond?
$25,000.
Okay, how does this bond work if they want to pay it? Is it refundable or?
Well, with a bonding company, it's like where if you want to use a bonding company, it's really, they have like a fee to use a bonding company. But when you complete your case, as long as you keep showing up for court, a bond can be exonerated. So you can just talk to your bonding company. You can talk to them if you use a bonding company.
Okay.
Obviously, if you paid the entire amount, then you'd get all of it back once your case is finished.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Terrion Rowe, please come to the podium. And Jason Fitzgerald, please go to the chair. Alice, could you please state your full name?
Terrion Rowe.
And your date of birth?
November 2nd, 2003.
Okay, and you have a new case in Superior Court. You're being charged with 1 count of possessing dangerous drugs for sale as a Class 2 felony. I am appointing counsel, and I did find probable cause for those charges. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on March 6th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on March 10th at 8:30 a.m. And you have a cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $25,000. So if you just go to the left, you'll get your paperwork. Jason Fitzgerald, please go to the podium. And Christopher Johnson, please go to the chair. Thank you. Could you please state your full name?
Jason Richard Fitzgerald.
I'm sorry, is your middle name Robert?
Richard.
Richard. Okay. Well, we have Robert here. We don't have where we can actually fix it. So talk to your, oh, actually, we do have Richard as and also known as. So I think they were trying to fix it, and they can't. This is for which court? This is at a Superior Court. So talk to your attorney, and they can try to fix that at your next court date, okay? You are being charged with 1 count of theft of means of transportation as a Class 3 felony, 1 count of resisting arrest as with physical force as a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for these charges. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on March 6th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on March 10th at 8:30 a.m. And you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500. 2,500
For the bond?
for the bond, yes.
Okay.
Right. And Christopher Johnson, please go to the podium. And Chris Johnson, oh, actually, these both are you. Cassandra Valdez, please go to the chair. Hello, sir. Now, you have two cases in front of me, but could you please state your full name?
Christopher Giovanni Johnson.
All right, and your date of birth?
1480.
And yes, I have 2 cases before you, and yes, same name and date of birth for both of these cases. On the first one, you have a warrant out of Casa Grande Municipal Court, and that is for 1 count of assault as a misdemeanor and 1 count of failure to appear as a misdemeanor. Since it's a different jurisdiction, I can't appoint counsel. You have an arraignment on March 5th at 8:30 a.m., and it's a secured appearance bond in the amount of $200. On your other case, that is a warrant out of Superior Court. I am appointing counsel to represent you, and you have a probation revocation arraignment. In that case, on March 7th at 8:30, and you have a secured appearance bond in that case in the amount of $1,000. Okay, so if you go to your left, you get your paperwork.
Get your paperwork right here? Paperwork?
I'm just gonna, okay. I'm just gonna,
I know that it's a probation violation, it doesn't say it's charge. So they wouldn't be a reason.
So just taking a look at the search warrant request. Oh. Well, this was like over 2 hours ago, so I certainly didn't see it. These are just doing requests. Oh, you're not on this, on here. Well, the time's actually very fast. Okay, Cassandra Valdez, please go to the podium. And Rachel Miller Vazuela, please go to the chair. I think those are our next ones, right? Hello, could you please state your full name?
Cassandra Valdez, 61190.
Okay, and you have a warrant for violating your probation. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a probation revocation hearing on March 7th at 8:30 a.m. And you have a security appearance bond in the amount of $250.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If you do bond out, be sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Rachel Miller Valenzuela, please go to the podium. Selena Arredondo, please go to the podium. Hello.
Hi.
Could you please state your full name?
Rochelle Miller Valenzuela.
I'm sorry, I could not hear you.
I'm sorry, Rochelle Miller Valenzuela.
Oh, that's not a problem. Can you please state it again?
Rochelle Miller Valenzuela.
I think that I'm on the wrong person. That's why I didn't understand it.
Rochelle Miller Valenzuela.
Okay. And your date of birth?
12/13/83.
All right. And you have a warrant for violating your probation. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a probation revocation hearing on March 7th at 8:30 a.m. And you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $100.
Okay.
Okay. Selena Arredondo, please go to the podium. And Abraham Alvarez, please go to the chair. And can you please state your full name?
Selena Guadalupe Arredondo, 111394.
I'm sorry, what?
Selena Guadalupe Arredondo, 111394.
Okay, thank you. You have a warrant for violating your probation, and I'm appointing counsel to represent you. You have a probation revocation hearing on March 7th at 8:30 a.m. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. Oh, hold on. I do not know why. I think there was an accident here. I accidentally hit that you would have alcohol testing and monitoring. That is not something that I would normally hit. So I think my hand just accidentally hit it. So that is not an order that I meant to do. So that needs to be reprinted. I just re-hit it, I re-signed it. Do you need me to re-sign it again? I know I hit send. I know I signed again.
No, it's fine.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. Then if you just go to your left, you'll get your paperwork. Abraham Alvarez, please go to the podium. Jesus Olea, please go to the chair. Hello. Could you please state your name?
Alvarez.
And your date of birth?
6884.
All right. Now you have a warrant for failing to appear for court. Now you have one count of possessing or using dangerous drugs for a class 4 felony, which you did not appear. Oh, actually, you have a probation revocation arraignment hearing that you failed to show up at. And so I am affirming your counsel. And you have a probation revocation arraignment hearing set on March 7th at 8:30 a.m. And you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500.
Okay.
All right, just go to your left, you'll get that paperwork. Yeah. Jesus Olea, please go to the podium. Johnny Amarias, please go to the chair. Hello, sir.
Hi. Morning.
Good morning. And can you please state your name?
Jesus Olea.
And your date of birth?
5/19/1916.
1960?
Oh.
Okay, you have a warrant for violating your probation. I am going to appoint counsel to represent you. You have a probation revocation hearing on March 7th at 8:30 a.m., and you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $100.
Okay.
Yes, so if you just go to your left, you'll get that paperwork.
With me.
Johnny Amarias, please go to the podium. Jasmine Mendoza, please go to the chair.
Morning.
Hello. Could you please state your full name?
Johnny Angel Marias, 42286.
Great, and you have a warrant for violating your probation. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a probation revocation hearing set on March 7th at 8:30 a.m. You have a, let me just double check. Why did, oh, yeah, it's a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50. I was just affirming the bond.
Okay.
So, at least it's a small amount, so hopefully you can just get that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Jasmine Mendoza, please go to the podium. And Emidio Beltran, please go to the chair. Hello, could you please state your full name?
Jasmine Rachel Mendoza?
Thank you. And you actually have two cases with us today. On this first case, it is a warrant out of Buckeye Municipal Court. And I'm sorry, you said could you just go over your first name again?
Jasmine.
Well, actually your full name.
Jasmine Rachel Mendoza.
And your date of birth?
1/18/2003.
And let me just double check. And yes, it's the same name and date of birth on both cases. And like I said, the first case is a warrant out of Buckeye Municipal Court. It is for one count of possessing or using drug paraphernalia as a misdemeanor. I cannot appoint counsel out of a different jurisdiction, but you can request counsel at your next hearing.
Okay.
You have an arraignment on March 5th at 1 p.m. and you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500.
Okay.
Okay. On your next case, though, that you have here is that you failed to show up for a status conference, and so you have a warrant out of our court, the Superior Court, and so you are being charged with one count of possessing or using narcotic drug as a Class 4 felony and one count of possessing or using drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony. You do have counsel, which I am affirming. I'm basically reappointing counsel. And you have status conference set on March 6th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing set on March 10th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance in this case in the amount of $250.
Okay.
Emigdio El Beltran, go to the podium, and Shane Thorpe, please go to the chair. And Mr. Beltran, could you please state your full name?
Emigdio Beltran.
And your date of birth?
11/23/1991.
Okay, now you have 3 cases with us today. Now, the new case is the fact that you're being charged with one count of criminal trespass in the first degree in a residential structure as a Class 6 felony. I did find that there is probable cause for that case. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on March 6th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on March 10th at 8:30 a.m. And you have a secured appearance bond in that case in the amount of $100. On your other 2 cases, you have a warrant for violating your probation. Basically, you're page 2 on both of those. So I am appointing counsel to represent you in each of those. And you have a probation revocation arraignment hearing on March 7th at 8:30. And you have a secured appearance bond on this next case for $250. I'm going to go to the next case, which is a warrant for violating your probation, which is, like I page 2. I'm appointing counsel to represent you, and you have a probation revocation hearing March 7th at 8:30, and the same amount secured appearance bond for $250. So $500, $600 total. Okay?
All right.
You're welcome. And on Shane Thorpe, please go to the podium. And Jesse Sendow, please go to the chair.
Hello.
Hello. Could you please state your name?
Shane Dave Thorpe.
And your date of birth?
August 4th, 1988.
Thank you. You have a warrant for violating your probation. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a probation revocation hearing on March 7th at 8:30 a.m. and you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, sir, you're Mr. Sendell, right? Oh, I'm sorry, Thorpe. Then yes, that's all you got. Mr. Sendell, please come to the podium. Angel Aldana, please go to the chair. Oh. Excuse me, I'm just looking at a search warrant request.
Am I allowed to ask a question when you're done?
Sure. I think so. Oh yeah, it's too late. Yeah, it's just really too late. Okay. Okay. And let me just make sure, again, what's your name?
Josie Sanda.
Okay. And then what was your question?
They never read me my rights when I was arrested.
That's something that you can bring up with your attorney.
Okay.
Because that's something that's not necessarily, that doesn't get rid of your charges.
Okay, they just told me to bring it up to you, so.
That is fine. That is not, that isn't a basis to dismiss charges.
Oh.
But it is something that you can discuss with your attorney.
Okay. Do I get an attorney for this case?
Well, let me see what type of cases. You have two different cases. So one is a Pinal County case. Hold on. Let me just take a look. No, actually, it's just, I see something about Pinal County. So let me just take a look at what that means. You have two cases here. One, the first one I have on my docket is number 36. It's a Superior Court case. So in our court, Maricopa County, you are being charged with possession or use of a narcotic drug as a class 4 felony. And this is out of Maricopa County. Yeah, let me look again. Oh, this is where I think that it was and this is actually where probable cause is where it was, probable cause is kind of like iffy. I know that they were doing a lab test. They were trying to get lab testing rushed ordered, which they have not provided yet. However, it does seem that there were a bag with blue pills that had N30 on it. At least that's what it looks as though what I read from the probable cause statement. And if that is true, then it does seem that there is probable cause for the charges. So for that basis, I am going to find that there is probable cause for the possession or use of a narcotic drug. And for that basis, I am going to find that there is probable cause. So I'm going to, because if there was no probable cause, the charges would not be dismissed. However, I could not make any release conditions. I would just have to be able to release you, at least on this charge. But the thing is then I have to hold you still though on the other case. Do you understand? And you would have to.
Even though it hasn't been sent to the lab?
No, exactly. But the fact is that I can find probable cause because there is information in the report that says, or the form that I have, that is a probable cause statement that there was pills that were stamped the M on it and 30 on it.
But I didn't have any, I didn't have any bags on me.
Okay, first of all, you also do not necessarily want to talk about the charges because you have a right to remain silent. And these hearings are being recorded.
Yeah.
Okay? And whatever you say can be used against you later, and you don't want to really talk about it. Like I stated, I'm going to be appointing counsel for you, and you don't want to discuss the case. Okay? So you have another case out of Pinal County Superior Court, and so you are going to be held in custody on that case. Okay?
Can I ask one more thing?
Yes.
About my bond?
Yes, on that case, you're going to be held on $500 bond.
They had told me that if someone's able to go pay it, then I would be released, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So on this case, if you're going to say that you're going to be getting released on your other case, if you can make that $500 bond, I am still not quite sure about my first inclination was not to find probable cause because they did not have the lab results. So if you are going to be able to make that bond in the other case for the Down County, okay, then you know what? I had talked to the county attorney's office about not finding probable cause. So
thank you.
I will clear this. Sorry, I need to change number 36. Because that was actually the case that I told you about that I wasn't finding probable cause on. But apparently I had filled it out. I was debating with myself about it. Yeah, I'm trying to do it right now. Okay, need to find no probable cause now though? Now you have to understand, even though I am not finding probable cause, that does not get rid of the case. That also does not get rid of the court date. So you have to appear for court. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, somehow it did not get rid of the bond amount either. Does it just go to unrecognizance then? It should actually do nothing, right? Because I can't make any release conditions.
I believe they do go OR.
Oh, it does go OR? Okay. Okay, right. No edit. No PC. Save. Signature. Oh, wait a minute, I hit no PC, but then it. Okay, I hit no PC and then it goes away. Am I doing something wrong here? Because also the security appearance bond also came back. Am I not doing? Oh, is it because I'm not editing it correctly? I'm sorry, okay. Oh, I have to actually probably hit that. That's it. now it should there should be no clear. There, I think, do you want to just check, see, okay, there. Well, there's supposed to be no conditions whatsoever when there's no probable cause. And I have nothing marked. Oh, there it is. Marked down no probable cause found. That's right. There. That makes the difference. Okay. I need to call this one officer on this one, mainly because also they typed the wrong date. The other one's outside the time limit. There's no way.
Hey, Ms. Jackson, yeah, and I'm gonna have to call. I'm good.
Oh, hello. Officer, this is Commissioner Hunt with Initial Appearance Court. I was just reviewing your search warrant request, and the one thing I just noticed, this is the first thing that I saw, was that it says on May 1st of 2025. So I believe that it's just a typographical error. She complies with the commands, she's incoherent, slurred speech. So I do believe that there is most likely, yeah, she's consenting, but she's like you're concerned about the actual consent being appropriate. So yeah, I see that there's probable cause. So if you just make that change, so I'll take this back for more information needed to send it back to you. Just make that change because obviously it can't be in the future. Oh, no, obviously things like that happen. I completely understand. So I'll send that back to you, but let me throw you right now, okay? So that once you send it back to me, I'll just grant it, okay, when I see it. So do you swear or affirm that the information contained in your affidavit and warrant will be true and accurate to the best of your personal knowledge, information, and belief? With that one typographical change. Okay, thank you. Okay, so then once I see it, I'm actually on the bench right now, but so it might take a little bit of time. What's the timing that we're looking at here? 4:10. Okay, I'll keep looking. Okay. Okay. I'll refresh it in about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay? All right, bye. Okay, and if you want to, then maybe remind me for the search warrant. For on the officer's name is Clifton.
Okay.
Thanks. He has this being done from May 1st. Okay, let me go to our calendar. And let me just, and I apologize. Excuse me, what is your name? Me? Yeah, Jesse Sandow?
Yes, Jesse Sandow.
Just checking again. Okay, so yes, you have 2 different cases here, and what I did was I just changed the one case that we have here in our court because my initial finding really was that there was no probable cause.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I was concerned about the fact that I thought you were going to be in custody on the other case, and I was concerned about you not getting credit on this case, and so, and then I also do know that in other cases I have seen where I've definitely found probable cause when I found that there was, when it's state, I've found, like I see that there's like, it's just basically, it was like just right on the edge. So if you're saying that you're going to be able to find out on the other one, and like I said, my first inclination was to not find probable cause, so I am not finding probable cause, therefore I will not be holding you on this case. However, like I stated, I cannot change the dates. You still will be held, you will have to have court. Mm-hmm. So I will be appointing counsel to represent you. You are being charged though with the 1 count of possessing or using a narcotic drug as a class 4 felony. You have a status conference set on March 17th at 8:30 a.m. at Downtown Superior Court. You have a preliminary hearing set on March 19th at 8:30 a.m. and you do need to make sure you show up for court. You also, on your other case, you have a warrant out of Pinal County Superior Court. That is 1 count of possessing or using a narcotic drug as a class 4 felony and 1 count of possessing or using drug paraphernalia as a class 6 felony. I cannot appoint counsel in another jurisdiction. You have an arraignment hearing in that court on March 5th at 8:30 a.m. and you have a secured appearance bond in that case for $500. Okay?
So, I'm sorry, so for that bond,
yes,
they have to pay it then in Pinal?
No, I think they can pay that. You can check with them here. I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
Okay, so you can just go to your left and get the paperwork. Angel O'Donnell, please go to the podium. Sean Greer, please go to the chair. Angel Eldana, please go to the podium. And Sean Greer, please go to the chair. Now.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning.
Oh, hello, good morning. And could you please state your full name?
My first name is Angel, last name Aldana.
And your middle name is Petit?
Petit.
Okay, and your date of birth?
November 11th, 1987.
All right, and you have a warrant for violating your probation.
Yes, ma'am.
I will be appointing counsel to represent you. You have a probation revocation hearing on March 7th at 8:30 a.m. You have a secure appearance bond in the amount of $1,000.
It's full?
I'm sorry, what?
It's a full $1,000?
Yes, it's $1,000.
Okay.
It's a secured appearance bond, so you can use a bonding company to help you.
What was it? Do you know how much it would be?
It depends upon, I mean, it's very often where you pay 10% as a fee, and then you have to have collateral for the rest of it.
I got one. Can I ask a couple questions, please? What was it? I have money in my wallet. I don't have no contact with my family because I don't know their numbers. All
I don't have the information, you'd have to talk to detention officer.
No, this was, I was gonna ask, ma'am, I have money that I could pay today if you guys allow me, it's just, it's in my wallet.
Okay, that's something that I cannot deal with. You'd have to talk to the detention officers about that.
We can talk to you about that. Okay, I go now?
Yes.
All right, thank you, you have a nice day.
You too. Sean Greer, please go to the podium. Oh, hold on, yeah. And Michael Ramirez, please go to the chair. Hello, Mr. Greer. And you have 3 cases with us today. Could you please state your full name?
Sean Robert Greer,
And your date of birth?
7/30/1980.
Okay, as I stated, you have 3 cases. 2 of these are probation violation warrants and 1 is a new case. So let's go to the first one I have. I have a warrant for violating your probation. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a probation revocation arraignment, that hearing that'll be on March 7th at 8:30 a.m. And you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $300. On your next case, it is a warrant for violating your probation. And I am appointing counsel again to represent you. You have a probation revocation arraignment hearing that is again on March 7th at 8:30. And I also with the secured appearance bond in the amount of $300. On your new case, it is for a Superior Court case here in Maricopa County Superior Court. You're being charged with 1 count of possessing or using a narcotic drug as a Class 4 felony, and possessing or using a drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony. I am finding that there is probable cause on these charges. You have a status conference set on March 6th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on March 10th at 8:30 a.m. in downtown Phoenix. And you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50. So you have 350.
Okay.
Because you had the other ones, just wanted to just get something,
Okay.
just so you didn't have to,
Thank you.
Okay.
What's your name again? Sean Greer.
Michael Ramirez, please go to the podium.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello. And could you please state your name
Michael Ray Ramirez,
and your date of birth?
August 6, 1979.
Okay. Now you have one case out of here in Superior Court. You're being charged with 1 count of organized retail theft as a Class 4 felony. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on March 17th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on March 19th at 8:30 a.m. in downtown Phoenix. And I am going to be releasing you on supervised release on pretrial services.
Okay.
So you'll have paperwork there that'll tell you who you need to contact and make sure that you do so.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Martin Meza, please come to the podium. And Charlie Jackson, please go to the chair.
Good morning.
Good morning. And could you please state your name?
Martin Meza, Jr.
And your date of birth?
September 15th, 1990.
Okay, now you have a new case out of Buckeye Municipal Court. You are being charged with 1 count of criminal damage as a misdemeanor, 1 count of assault as a misdemeanor, and 1 count of disorderly conduct as a misdemeanor. There are probable cause. I am finding that there's probable cause for these charges. You have an arraignment set on March 18th at 2 p.m. I am going to be releasing you on your own recognizance. However, you are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime. You're not to initiate contact with the alleged victim or victims. You're not to initiate contact with the complainant or witnesses. Also, you may not reside at the same location as any alleged victim, nor go to the alleged victim's residence, even if you are an owner or renter of the residence. If you have a common residence with any victim, you must find alternative residence, and you must provide proof of that residence, or proof that, for just, obviously, you don't buy a whole new house, but you just need to have a new place to stay until you...
Oh, can I kick them out of my house?
No,
That
you may
technically is my house.
You may not. You may not kick them out. You need to stay someplace else until, unless the judge changes the release conditions.
Right.
Okay? You may have 1 civil standby with a law enforcement officer to collect your belongings. And it's on the paperwork.
Okay.
So if you just go to your left. Charlotte Jackson, please go to the podium. Henry Draper, please go to the chair. Hello, could you please state your full name?
My name is Charlie Dexter Jackson,
And could I have your date of birth?
3/11/1971.
And you are being, you have a misdemeanor case out of El Mirage Municipal Court. You're being charged with 1 count of criminal damage as a misdemeanor and 1 count of disorderly conduct as a misdemeanor. As I said, I cannot appoint counsel out of a different jurisdiction. You have an arraignment set for March 18th at 8 a.m., and I will be releasing you on your own recognizance.
Thank you.
Okay, so just go to your left. Henry Draper, please go to the podium. Carlos De Leon, please go to the chair. Let me just go to Charlie Jackson again. Yes, definitely. Thank you. Hello. Now, sir, you are being charged as a, in our, could you please state your full name?
So Henry William Draper Jr.
Okay, and your date of birth?
This would be March 15th of 1996.
And you are being charged with 1 count of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, dangerous instrument as a class 4 felony, and 1 count of shoplifting as a class 1 misdemeanor. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on March 17th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set for March 19th at 8:30 a.m. And I will tell you that the county attorney's office recommendation was, it was extremely high. It was basically, oh, here, I can even tell you, it was like they were asking for $50,000 bond. But I decided that I'm going to be releasing you on pretrial services.
Okay.
Okay, so do not let me down. Make sure that you keep showing up for court. Make sure that you keep staying in touch with your attorney.
Okay, will do. Thank you.
All right.
Great day. Honorable Tracy.
Carlos, okay, that was Carlos De Leon, please go to the podium. Maria Perez, please go to the chair.
Hi.
Hello. And could you please state your full name?
Sure, my name is Carlos Manuel De Leon, born August 2nd, 1985.
I'm sorry, August 2nd, 1985?
That is correct, ma'am.
Okay, I think that there was transposed somewhere on my system. However, our system does not connect it to the system in Superior Court anyway. Actually, so just let your attorney know that and they can get that fixed. Okay? You are being charged with 1 count of possession or using a dangerous drug as a class 4 felony, 1 count of possessing or using drug paraphernalia as a class 6 felony. I did find that there is probable cause for these charges. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on March 17th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on March 19th at 8:30 a.m. And I'm going to be releasing you on pretrial services.
Okay, I got a question, because I keep getting harassed. Every time that I go see my mom, I guess it's a matter between the tenant there. They gave me for trespassing, but I'm not there to see the person who's trying to put...
I cannot discuss that.
Okay, then.
So if you just go to your left to get your paperwork.
Okay. All right.
I told you I'm releasing you on pretrial services. So read your paperwork, because you need to contact people because they're supervising you. Maria Perez, please go to the podium. And Noah Gonzalez, please go outside. And could we close the door? And could you please state your full name?
Amira Paris.
All right, and your date of birth?
January the 7th, 1988.
All right. Now you are being charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault as an adult on a minor as a class 6 felony. I did find that there was probable cause. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on March 17th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on March 19th at 8:30 a.m. I was going to actually put a bond on you, but the county attorney's office is actually recommending to release you on your own recognizance. So I am agreeing to do so. However, my release conditions also include that you are to have no contact with the alleged victims, that you would have no physical contact with the alleged victims, have no contact with any alleged complainant or witness, so that means the security guards. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Be sure to read your release conditions and be sure to show up for court.
I just have one question.
Yes.
Just for reasons, just so that no other issues happen, just to refrain from the address, correct? I mean, refrain from the address.
I would say it would be smart.
Okay, thank you. I've been doing that, so I just wanted to
I just think it makes sense to do so.
Yeah.
So there's other QTs.
Right. Right. Well, thank you.
It doesn't hurt. Have a good day.
You too.
Oh, okay. Apparently, I have no other search warrants. What happened here? Huh.
I think the nanny might be her.
Oh, okay. Okay. Who? Oh, Cindy. Okay.
Yeah, she's here. Look what she's doing.
Oh, great. Okay. And then Noah Gonzalez, please come to the podium. And I just wanted to make sure there's nobody else in the hallway. Excuse me, officer. Is there anybody else around at all?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Okay, no, good morning. Okay, thank you. Okay. It's just I wanted to make sure that nobody else heard what your charges were.
No, it's fine. Yeah,
Okay, and could you please state your full name
Noah Gonzalez,
and your date of birth?
1/2/2004.
All right. Now, you are being charged with 3 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor as a Class 2 felony. I did find that there was probable cause for these charges, and I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on March 6th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on March 10th at 8:30 a.m., and you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $100,000. You are not to initiate contact with the arresting officers. You are not to have any contact with minors. You don't have any children, do you?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Would there be any reason for you to have any contact with
No,
minors?
Your Honor.
Okay. You're also prohibited to have any access with the internet through electronic means, except for work or school purposes.
Okay, Your Honor.
I'm also putting down not to have any, obviously we normally do no drugs without a valid prescription, but also not to possess or consume any alcohol.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay? And that's basically the release conditions, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So just go to your left and get your paperwork.
Cool, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. So there are 2 individuals that were not brought to court because of behavioral issues. The first one is Danielle Renee Eubanks. Date of birth, February 13th, 1990. She has a municipal court case out of Buckeye Municipal Court for 1 count of assault as a misdemeanor. She has an arraignment on March 5th at 1 p.m. She has a security appearance bond in the amount of $500. The next case is Isaac Wayfield Crawford, date of birth November the 27th of 1988. Superior Court case, he has charges 1 count of possessing or using a dangerous drug as a Class 4 felony, 1 count of possessing or using drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony, 1 count of obstructing or refusing to give his true name as a Class 1 misdemeanor. I do not know why I would not give him the counsel. No. I need to edit this. I don't know why. I did accidentally give him counsel. So what I'm editing one right now. Isaac Crawford right now. Because he didn't get counsel. I'm also looking at Okay. So there, okay. I am releasing him on supervised release, pretrial services. So as I stated, I am appointing counsel to represent him. He has a status conference set on March 14th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on March 18th at 8:30 a.m. And I am releasing him on pretrial services as was suggested by pretrial services. If there are any changes, I will come back and put it on the record. Oh, where did I hit that?
26 is Danielle, number 32 is Crawford.
The full exchange for $500.
No, that one was $500. The one that changed was 32. She just added.
So it still say PSA.
They just added it.